recording, and we'll just see how this goes. This is one of those times when unusual circumstances come up. So it's 11:11, which is a magical portal, and prayers and visualizations are enhanced. So you want to see things in your mind, focus on things the way you want them to be. Anytime you see 11:11 on the clock, on a receipt, anytime you see it, that's what you want to do. Take a moment to visualize and see things the way you'd like them to be. So, and then it's also Veterans Day. So we appreciate all veterans service. So we'll just get right down to it since we have different things going on here today. So just be sure to reach up through your spinal column, lifting your crown, and open your crown chakra like a lotus flower, and let go of the day, let go of activities in the outer world. Just bring your focus to your breath. And while you're breathing, I have a couple of beautiful quotations here. They're short. Michel de Montaigne, we must reserve a little back shop, all our own, entirely free, wherein to establish our true liberty and principal retreat and solitude. We all need that. And then I thought it was appropriate right next to it. Samuel Taylor Coleridge says, "He prayeth best who loveth best all things both great and small." So we were talking about bees earlier and flowers, and we certainly do love the bees and the flowers that they pollinate. So just making sure you get your solitude on a regular basis and love creatures great and small. So include yourself in that. And check in with your nervous system. Are you feeling anxious or impatient or frustrated or anything going on? Emotions and nervous system. And just check in with your muscles and joints, your sensations around your body. See if you have any tight areas or how that's going for you. Now, just for a moment, since it is the 11/11 before the Friday the 13th, which is another power day, high power, just imagine your life the way you'd like it to be. I mean, there's the reality of circumstances in your life, but what would you like to see in your world, in your home, your relationships. If there's anything that pops into mind, see yourself and feel the feelings of happiness and joy. And then we're going to come into standing for a few warm-ups. So if you would just come up, we'll do some breathing. Just come into good posture, engage your core muscles, press your feet into the ground. And we'll swan dive. So just breathe, palms together. Inhale, lift arms up and out. Exhale, slowly come down over your legs. Just bend your knees, stretch your hips away on each side of your waist. And then with knees soft, take your arms back out to the side. Inhale and lift. And then open out for another swan dive. Exhale, forward bend. And if you want, you can bend and straighten your knees just to loosen up in the back of your legs. You're using your kneecaps and your thigh muscles, and then arms out to the side and lift back up, arms overhead. Breathe. And open, exhale out, swan dive forward. Head to knee or your ragdoll, whichever works for you right now. And then just walk your palms forward, step your feet back into plank pose, stretch through your heels. You can bend your knees and straighten here as well. Bring your shoulder blades down your back and activate your core muscles. Just close your eyes while you're in your plank. Feel yourself from the inside out. And then lower your knees, come back into a puppy stretch. Loosen in your shoulders and your spine. And then press back into your plank. And focus on your heels. Draw your heels towards the floor and let that lift your hips up, coming into downward facing dog. Just take your hips side to side. And then just walk your feet in towards your hands. We'll come into chair pose. So separate your feet, just hip width, and then bend your knees, lower your hips, and just bring your arms up overhead. Reach through your fingertips. Now, core muscles, pull in and up. Just loosen up in your shoulders, taking them back a little bit. And then inhale, fingertips up, palms together, exhale. Turn to your right for a prayer twist in your chair pose. Press against your leg with your upper arm or your elbow. And turn nicely. See if you can turn far enough that your thumbs reach your sternum. Using your arm for leverage. And then just open your arms. And bring palms back together. Come to center. We'll take a little break for our thighs. Push the floor away and breathe your arms up overhead. Engage your hips and thighs. Reach up overhead and come into your standing back bend. Remember to lengthen in your spine. Now, while you're there, just open your arms, facing the universe. And then lifting to center and bringing palms in together, taking another breath. And bend your knees down into chair pose. Another breath. And come over. Into your prayer twist to your left. So press, and twist, and look up towards the ceiling. Yes, Jean, we're looking up. And then open both arms. Feel yourself expand into a deeper twist. Strengthen your legs and then bring palms back together. Back to center, push the floor away. Just keep your thumbs at your sternum for now. And step towards the front end of your mat, taking your breath. Exhale, soften your knees. Take your left leg back into warrior one. Reach your arms up overhead and just kind of reach up and a couple of vinyasas to loosen in your hip joints. And then reach up, inhale, and pivot into your warrior two. Just open that front knee. Now bring your arms around behind you, interlace fingers. Turn just your torso, your hips stay forward, torso to your right, and then down into humble warrior. Now bring your right hand inside the arch of your right foot and open your body to the front. Reach up into a modified lateral angle. Look up into your palm. That helps you keep your shoulders aligned and your eyes lifted. Now press firmly on both feet and lift back up into warrior two. Whoops. And press down on the ball of the back foot. Turn your palms up as you come forward. Lift your arms overhead. Pull back and step it in with complete control. All right. Taking a breath. Soften knees. Take your right leg back. Work with a couple of vinyasas to loosen up and so you're not shocking your body. And breathe. Fingertips up overhead. And pivot into your warrior two. Keep opening that front knee. Check your alignment of your feet. And lower down into your pose. And bring your arms around behind you, interlace fingers. Just give a little stretch to your shoulders. And then turn your torso to your left. And humble warrior coming down in front of the leg. Now separate your hands. Bring your left hand inside your front foot and lift the palm of your right hand. Keep pressing both feet firmly into the ground. Try to open to lateral angle. Now press your feet firmly into the earth. Lift your torso. Press your front leg open and foot into the earth and back into warrior two. And ball of the back foot on the floor. Pivot back to warrior one. Lift your back heel. Coming back in. Pull back, inhale. Step it in. All right. Notice the feelings, sensations in your legs. Release your arms and hands and just step back a little bit. Separate your feet, mat width apart, and a standing twist. And hop back into center. All right. Plant your feet firmly into the earth. Lift in your posture. Front of the body lifts and the back of the body lengthens. And just breathe, palms together in Anjali Mudra. Exhale the weight over onto your right foot. Lift your left knee, turn the knee out for tree pose. If you want to reach your foot and pull it up a little higher, wherever you want it. You can even come into half lotus if you want. Just come into your tree, focus on a spot. And bring your branches out wherever you want them. Now just take your foot back, step it down, bring your arms up, and you're back in warrior one. But the back foot is down this time. Feel the difference in the stretch in your hips. Pull back, inhale, step it in. Take in your breath. Exhale the weight over onto your right foot and lift into your tree pose wherever you want to hold. And bring your branches up and out. Bring your arms up towards your ears and reach back with the back foot, setting it down on the ground. Bend your front knee. You can separate your feet a little further. Reach up through your fingertips. But bring that back hip forward, that right hip. And then pull back and step it in. All right. So We have one person that needs to leave a little bit early, so she will lie down in Shavasana right now, and then I will watch the time for her. So just let go of all holding in your Shavasana and ignore my instructions to the others. All right, so let's work with our pigeon. Okay, just take in your deep breath. Bend both knees, reach for the floor, and step your left leg back. Let your back knee down and slide your right foot across. Let your shin come down onto the floor and then reach back with the back leg. Let the top of the foot relax onto the floor. Lift in the sternum. Reach your shoulders up to your ears. Back and down. Keep reaching back. The front leg, ideally the position or the alignment is to be lined with the short end of your mat right in front of you. We need to loosen up in our back a little bit. So curl your chin under, taking a breath, and then exhale. Bring your nose towards your navel and then scoop it out in a dolphin circle, lifting your nose up. Inhale. And again, repeat a couple more times. Chin to chest, curl in on yourself, lengthen out, lift, leading with your nose, then your chest. Keep reaching back with that back leg. Lift your sternum, then chin towards your chest and roll down. And then scoop it up into your pigeon and lift the sternum, shoulder blades down. Relax your hips. And then pressing your right hand either into the floor or you can place it on top of your bent knee. Just scoop forward with your right arm, lift it up and back, and then reach forward, place it on the floor, and bring your forearms parallel, and you can rest your forehead on your arms. Relax in the hips. If it feels a little intense, you can just roll, pulse a little side to side, and then also forward, bringing your ribs towards your leg. All right, now we're just going to lift up for a moment. Interlace your fingers, and on the back foot, just turn the toes under so that the ball of the back foot can come onto the floor. Press onto your forearms, lift your hips, slide the front leg back, and bring the back leg forward. And then just align, kind of roll around to get your body warmed up to the pose. Reach back with the back leg. Lift the sternum up. And then bring your chin down towards your chest, curl in like a fern, the end of a fern as it rolls in on itself. And then when you get to your leg, scoop your nose out and breathe as you come back up. And repeat. Inhale as you lift. And then lift up into your full expression of pigeon. And you can place your palm onto the bent knee, press up, and then scoop forward with your right arm. Lift and back, and then reach forward and come down. Rest your head and allow your torso to relax towards your thigh. And then just lift back up, and we'll bring our friend back that's in Shavasana. And then the rest of us will bring our legs around to the front. Have a beautiful evening. She's a beekeeper and going to a bee meeting. So, all right. So just relaxing a little bit with our one quotation. Um, the one that says we must reserve a little back shop, all our own, entirely free, wherein to establish our true liberty and principal retreat and solitude. And sometimes we have so much pressure on us and so many expectations that we wonder if we can possibly handle anymore. Just can't handle one more thing. And one of my first yoga teachers back in the 1970s, she told me anytime I had a question, her answer was always meditate, meditate. And it's like, don't you have any better answer for me? Well, actually, no, that is the best answer. So when it says to establish your true liberty and principle, retreat and solitude, that's it. Meditation. It's blissful. It brings you to your center. So we'll just do a couple more stretches and then we'll do a little meditation. It's 11:11 and it's an important day, a portal, a magical shift, especially with um, double digits, the 2020. So we'll just sit on your right hip with your knee bent and we'll come into a thigh stretch. So bring your left leg around behind you as much as you can. And then You want to draw your heel in towards your hip. So you want to try to get both hips pointing forward if you can. Now, if you want to use PNF, which is proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation, you can use that a little bit here. So you've got a hold of your foot or ankle, right? And you're pulling your hip bones forward, both hip bones forward. All right. So as you pull your heel in towards your hip, start with pressing your foot, your ankle into your hand. It's going to prepare the muscles. So just hold for like 7 seconds and then release and then draw in your heel towards your hip. Okay. Stretch your thigh. And then you can try that again. Press your ankle or your foot into your hand. So you're pressing your foot away. And then release. You only hold for about 7 seconds. And then if you want, you can use both hands to bring your heel in towards your hip. And just hold yourself up that way. And we'll switch to the other side. Just bring your left leg out in front, right leg around behind you, and then come towards having both hip bones point forward. And bring your heel in towards your hip, just kind of loosen it up. And then as you lift your chest, press your foot into your hand, stretching the leg back. You want your shoulders and hip bones pointing forward as much as your body will allow. And then release and draw your heel in towards your hip, your buttock. And then press your foot into your hand once again. That lifts your torso as well. And then draw your heel in towards your hip. Stretch your thigh. All right. And then if you want to hold on with both hands, just sit up tall, reach for the foot, and draw yourself up with your foot. Just push your foot away behind you, lengthen through. I can feel the psoas muscles getting a stretch here. And then pull the heel in. And then release. And draw the leg around to the front. And just a few spinal rocks. So holding underneath your knees. Make sure you don't have anything behind you. And just roll on your spine. Rock and roll. Oh, there's a fun pose. If you'd like to try it, I don't think we've done it in a long time. It's very relaxing for your legs, but what you do is you come up into a half shoulder stand, come up onto your shoulders a little bit, straighten out your legs, and then bring one hand just above the knee, the other hand just above the other knee, just above the knee, right where your quadriceps attach, and then straighten your arms slowly. Straighten your arms until they're completely straight if you can, and then completely relax your legs. You're holding your legs in your hands, letting everything relax. Your hips, the backs of your legs. Your arms are doing all the work. Such a fun pose. You can lower your feet down overhead if you want in plow. Feels so good. And if you like, you can place your knees on your forehead and bend your knees. Just relax everything. Okay. Now you have your knees bent. Just place your arms and your palms down on the mat. Lift your chin and roll down one vertebra at a time. Use your core muscles. You can even stretch your legs over your body here. Let your back, your hips down onto the mat, and just hold all fours up in the air. Just let the energy reverse. All right, now you're just going to kick your legs forward and press up into sitting just for 2 or 3 minutes. And then we'll go back down for Shavasana. So get comfortable in easy pose, half lotus or full lotus, whatever is your desire, your body calling for. If you like, bring your hands into mudra, your favorite. Lift up tall, close your eyes, and relax. Just determine if you want to allow your thoughts to flow through, or if you want to focus on a mantra or a vision. Just choose and then stay with that. Go down, down into relaxation. Now, just for a moment, bringing in the emotion of love or compassion, which brings us to our other quote. He prayeth best who loveth best all things, both great and small. So no judgment, just love yourself and all the world. Let yourself feel that right now. And then release your mudra, stretch your legs forward and roll down into Shavasana to continue your meditation, completely relaxing in your body. We really can't separate the body and the mind. And go deeper now. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Coming back now, aware of your surroundings, your body, the earth underneath you, the peace within you, and the love, compassion, and short and sweet, but a little solitude for yourself. Coming back into balance and center. So just start to bring a few soft, gentle moves. Maybe take your head side to side. Notice how you feel emotionally, physically. What's changed in the last almost hour? And then slide your feet together. Lift your knees up to your chest. Just make sure after some of the poses we did that you're nice and stretched out. And then come over to one side and press up into sitting. And if you want to bring your hands into your favorite mudra to seal in the benefits and the energy of your practice today, you can do that. And then bring your palms into Anjali Mudra. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me, letting me share yoga with you. Remember to get your solitude. Remember to love all creatures, great and small, include yourself. And namaste, everybody. Peace, Shanti.
Thank you, Michelle. That was awesome.
Yes.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh,
I
Thanks
love
for.
when you chant to us.
Oh,
oh
thank
yes,
you.
very good.
Yeah.